Welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the most gripping true crime stories from around the world. Today, we're delving into the tragic and heartbreaking story of Skylar Neese, a lively 16-year-old from West Virginia, sneaked out of her bedroom window with her two best friends, Sheila, Eddy and Rachel Shoaf, on July 6, 2012, and was never seen or heard from again. Skylar Neese was born on February 10, 1996, and was the only child of Mary and David Neese. A 16-year-old honours student at University High School, Skylar aspired to be a criminal defence attorney with a bright future. She was a dedicated employee at Wendy's, never missing a day of work, enjoyed reading, had an active social life, and, like many teenagers, loved sharing her thoughts on social media. Sheila, Eddy, Rachel Shoaf and Skylar Neese all attended University High School in Morgantown, West Virginia, and became close friends. Skylar and Sheila had known each other since they were 8 years old, and they met Shoaf during their freshman year of high school. Both Eddy and Shoaf came from broken homes with divorced parents. Skylar Neese lived with both her parents, who encouraged her to develop a unique personality. Skylar was the voice of reason in her friend group, often trying to keep Sheila on the right path. Skylar thought she could save her, said Mary Neese about Skylar and Eddy's friendship. Mary recalled hearing Skylar on the phone, scolding Sheila with phrases like, "Don't be stupid, what were you thinking?" In contrast, Sheila was fun-loving and always up to something silly. Skylar's parents, Mary and David Neese, treated Eddy like a member of their own family. Sheila would come over without knocking and walk right in. Rachel Shoaf, however, was different from Eddy in personality and outlook. Despite being popular and active in school plays, Shoaf came from a devout Catholic family and admired Eddy for her wild and uninhibited attitude. The parents of Shoaf and Neese allowed them some freedom, but not to the extent that Eddy enjoyed. This disparity in freedom ultimately led to a tragic end for Skylar Neese. The trio's numerous social media posts eventually exposed underlying issues between them. On May 31, 2012, Skylar Neese tweeted, "You're a two-faced bee and obviously effing stupid if you thought I wouldn't find out. Too bad my friends are having lives without me." This tweet suggested that Neese felt Eddy and Shoaf were growing closer and excluding her.
I can't sing when I'm high. You heard me. Oh my god, you know what? I need to tell you a secret. I just forgot. You have a secret from me? Well, I mean, I haven't told anyone. Not even Skylar? No. Okay. I didn't even tell Skylar that I get high. That's one of my secrets too. Like, I didn't tell her that. But anyways, well, I told my mom. That what? I rear-ended someone.
Police reported that security camera footage from the Neese family's apartment complex shows Skylar getting into a generic sedan early on the morning of July 6th. Skylar didn't show up at her job the next morning, which was unusual since she was a responsible employee who had never missed a day of work. Items left in Skylar's room, such as her cell phone charger and other personal belongings, made her parents believe she hadn't run away. Fearing something was wrong, Skylar's parents went to the police to report her missing. Later that day, Sheila Eddy contacted the Neese family telling them that she, Skylar and Rachel had snuck out the night before, driven around Star City, gotten high, and then dropped Skylar off near her house to avoid waking her parents as she snuck back in. Sheila Eddy claimed that she and Rachel Shoaf picked up Skylar at 11 p.m. and brought her back home before midnight on Saturday. However, surveillance footage contradicted this, showing Skylar leaving her home at 12:30 a.m. with a car pulling away at 12:35 a.m. and never returning. In support of the Neese family, Eddy and her mother participated in a neighbourhood canvassing effort on July 7th. Meanwhile, Shoaf was heading to a 2-week summer camp with the Catholic Church. Rumours circulated in the community that Skylar had attended a house party, overdosed on heroin, and that partygoers panicked and disposed of her body. This information was shared with one of the investigators on the case. Given that all three girls were quite active on social media, investigators were able to gather leads from their accounts. An examination of Skylar's Twitter account, now called X, revealed a tweet from the afternoon before she disappeared. Sick of being an effing home, thanks friends, love hanging out with you all too. The day before, Skylar had posted another tweet. You doing ish like that is why I can never completely trust you. These posts suggested underlying tensions between the friends, providing investigators with valuable insights into the dynamics of their relationship just before Skylar's disappearance. The tension between the three friends provided convincing proof that Sheila, Eddy and Rachel Shoaf were involved in Skylar Neese's disappearance, but the investigation was still ongoing. In August 2012, Chris Berry, a state trooper, was assigned to the case. He was optimistic and believed the girls would soon crumble under the pressure, as he thought it was difficult for a killer to conceal their actions for an extended period. In rare cases, Berry had seen killers boast about their crimes, and he suspected this might be one of those situations. He anticipated that Rachel Shoaf and Sheila Eddy would eventually confess. To gather more information, Berry created a fictitious online account, posing as an attractive adolescent attending West Virginia University in Morgantown. He used this account to browse the Facebook and Twitter profiles of all three girls. Investigators utilised this access to derive information about Eddy and Shoaf's mental states from their social media posts. Eddy appeared to be bubbly and outgoing online, whereas Shoaf was cautious and silent. This approach allowed investigators to monitor the girls' behaviours and potentially gain insights that could crack the case open. According to investigators, neither of the girls showed any indication that they were bothered by their best friend's disappearance. Sheila Eddy's social media activity continued with posts about everyday topics, and she even shared a snapshot of herself. However, some of the posts seemed strange. For instance, on November 5th, 2012, Eddy posted, "No one on this earth can handle me and Rachel. If you think you can, you're wrong." The pressure of concealing their actions began to take its toll on Rachel Shoaf and Sheila Eddy. Police received a call from a panicked parent on December 28th, 2012. Rachel's mother, Patricia Shoaf, was on the line, expressing her struggles with her 16-year-old daughter. She described Rachel's behaviour as uncontrollable. She was hitting, screaming and running through the neighbourhood. In the background, Rachel could be heard sobbing hysterically, indicating the emotional distress she was experiencing. "Give me the phone. No, this is over. This is over." Patricia Shoaf urgently pleaded with the dispatcher. She explained that her husband was trying to contain Rachel and implored the dispatcher to hurry. Rachel Shoaf was on the verge of confessing when the police apprehended her. Soon after, she revealed the gruesome details of Skylar Neese's murder. "We stabbed her," Shoaf blurted out, as she began to disclose the cruel reality of Skylar Neese's case. It became increasingly evident that their plan was to carry out the murder right before Shoaf was scheduled to leave for summer camp. On the night of the murder, Shoaf stole a shovel from her father's residence, while Eddy took 2 knives from her mother's kitchen. Additionally, they brought cleaning products and extra clothes with them. Skylar Neese was unaware of their sinister intentions and believed they were simply going for a joyride. Prior to this, the group had driven to Brave, Pennsylvania, just over the state line from New York, to get high. Shoaf and Eddy brought weed and knives with them on that occasion as well. Despite the sweltering heat, Shoaf and Eddy wore hoodies to conceal the knives. Skylar Neese couldn't understand why they were dressed in hoodies in the first place, unaware of the danger lurking beneath their innocent facade. It was only after they arrived in the Pennsylvania woods that the 2 other girls positioned themselves behind Skylar. Rachel Shoaf then described how they pounced on her and began attacking her from behind. She stated that Skylar managed to flee during the assault, but she was stabbed in the knee, preventing her from running too far. With 2 girls attacking her, Skylar never stood a chance. In her dying breaths, Skylar Neese, who had been stabbed countless times, uttered the haunting question, "Why?" Authorities questioned the girls about the motive behind the murder, to which Rachel Shoaf coldly replied, "We didn't like her." Rachel Shoaf led investigators to the area where they had murdered Skylar Neese in early January 2013. After Rachel Shoaf's confession, officials initially struggled to locate Skylar Neese's body due to heavy snowfall. Once Shoaf confessed, she was charged with murder. A week later, authorities made a breakthrough when they discovered the 16-year-old's body in the woods, nearly unrecognisable. It wasn't until March 13th that a crime lab officially identified the body as Skylar Neese's. In the parking lot of a Cracker Barrel restaurant, Sheila Eddy was arrested on May 1st, 2013. In January 2014, she pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and was sentenced to life with a 15-year parole option. Rachel Shoaf received a 30-year sentence for second-degree murder. The tragedy of what happened to Skylar Neese serves as a grim reminder of the devastating consequences of senseless violence. Additionally, the Q Crime channel offers numerous other captivating cases for you to explore. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated with Q Crime Story videos every day. Farewell for now, and we eagerly anticipate your presence in our future videos.